It is summer. We should be getting out there with our dogs, making the most of this time. I live in Maine, so we are loving the outdoors right now. It's not cold, it's not snowing. So we're outside, we're getting a lot of exercise, but fall and winter are gonna be here soon. And I get asked a lot about how much exercise your pet should get. In the summer months, sometimes we're so busy that it's hard to keep up with your pet's needs. And same thing, in the winter, it's hard to get outside and do a lot of activity. If you check out some of my other videos, you can see them here. It talks about ways to do some inside fun stuff with your pet to get them mentally stimulated and give them some exercise without having to go outside. Some of my kind of rainy day tips, if you want to call them, for when the weather's not so great, or maybe when you just don't have time to go out to the dog park. But definitely, an important topic, especially now in this society currently. More than 50% of domestic dogs and cats are overweight. Obesity, it is 100% preventable. It is one of my biggest pet peeves. I know that most people overfeed their pets because they love them so much. We love to make our dogs happy, and feeding them is a surefire way to do that. I definitely understand that, but obesity leads to some major issues. Again, you can check out my video guides on that. If you are concerned about your pet's weight, certainly do something about it. It's never too late if you think your dog's older or they're already suffering from problems with obesity. It is never too late to slim your pets down. That goes for dogs and cats. So how much exercise should your dog be getting? All dogs need exercise, but they obviously don't all require the same amount or the same level of exercise. A general rule is that most dogs need between 30 minutes and 2 hours of exercise every day. And again, generally, younger dogs need more, older dogs need less. Bigger dogs need less, smaller dogs need more. That's kind of a general rule, but there are exceptions to every rule. And one of the best things about our canine companions is the variety of dogs that there are, large breeds, small breeds, all different sizes and types of dogs. So, none of these kind of general rules are gonna fit even the majority of dogs because they are such a diverse species. So you really need to know your dog, monitor his energy levels. You'll be able to judge if you do a half an hour of exercise today and he's still got a lot of energy in the afternoon or evening. You're gonna need to do a little bit more. Spread it out. If you think your dog needs 2 hours of activity every day, it doesn't need to be 2 hours all at once. An hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, half an hour, 4 different times a day, that kind of stuff. So break it out, get them stimulated, get them moving, burn some of that energy, and you're gonna notice an overall happier, healthier, and more well-behaved pet. There are some things to note that you want to be careful with when it comes to exercising. Senior dogs, dogs with certain health issues, small breeds, pets with any hip or joint issues like arthritis, they are gonna need mild walks, easy swims, things like that. You don't want to do anything too strenuous with those types of dogs. Young puppies and active breeds are going to require more rigorous exercise. A brisk walk or a light swim is not going to be enough to burn all the energy that they have. So with these kinds of dogs, we're talking running, jogging, longer swims, playtime, lots of fetch and tug, things like that are really stimulating them 100% mind and body and burning all of that excess energy. So again, you know your dog better than anyone. Try some different things, see what works for your dog, see what times work for your dog. Like I said, if you try a half an hour and you're still noticing a lot of energy, up it. If you're thinking, I watched Samantha's video and she said do 2 hours of exercise a day, I've done 2 hours and my dog still has energy, your dog may need more than that. So again, this is all kind of general information. Start small, gradually work your way up and see what works best for your dog. Dogs don't exercise themselves. So if your dog is bored, he's not gonna get up and take himself for a walk. He's not gonna play a game of fetch. He's not gonna go out for a swim. He's not gonna take himself to the dog park. He's gonna lay there waiting for you to come in and waiting for you to exercise him. And if he is bored enough, he's gonna start looking for things to do to entertain himself and to get that energy out. So he may be destructive around your house. He may be destructive around your yard. If your dog is outside, he may, for example, find a way to dig under a fence or just dig holes in your yard. They may be extra vocal, barking, whining, because they're bored and they're trying to entertain themselves. So Finding the proper amount of exercise for your dog, as I mentioned, is going to make him an overall happier and healthier pup, but also it's going to make him better behaved because he's not going to be looking for ways to exercise himself. If your dog seems too tired to exercise, don't force him. If he did 2 hours of exercise, every day for a month and it was going great and everything seemed great and you had that right balance, and then one day he's too tired, he's just too tired. Dogs, like people, they have different energy levels on different days. So cut your dog some slack. Don't make him exercise every day if he doesn't feel like it, or cut down that exercise. If he seems a little extra tired one day, instead of 2 hours, maybe only an hour, or maybe a nice half-hour walk, just to get both of you up and moving, and then, call it good for the day. So back to that question of how much exercise should my dog get? If you don't know and you're trying to figure it out, there are some signs that you should look for besides just that pent up energy. Signs that your dog isn't getting enough exercise are weight gain, stiffness in the joints, unnecessary barking or whining, as I mentioned, getting into things or destroying your belongings when, he knows better than to do that. If he's already house trained and now you're noticing that, he's most likely just bored. Or if your dog is seemingly withdrawn or depressed. I know that sounds really odd because you would think dogs that seem withdrawn or depressed don't want exercise. They don't want to be up and about and moving, but it's actually just the fact that they've been so bored, they've kind of gotten into this depressed state. So taking him out for regular walks, getting in that regular exercise could actually bring him out of that and help to improve his mood.